There's a certain sense I always have that being elsewhere is never quite home, that the Abbey is a sort of home. And that's because when I was a little boy, I'd come in here with my mother. It was an extension of our lives, coming in here. I didn't understand about acting, plays, theatres. It was the place my mother went in the evening, and sometimes she brought me with her. Actually, I avoided the theatre, I think, probably quite actively. But then as it so happened that I met an actress called Alison Deegan, and somehow or other, and married her, thankfully. Or she married me. I think it was her generosity rather than anything I did. And that was about 1986, and then I did write a play, I think because of that. It was a play called Bosgrady's Boys, and it did a strange thing. It went well, and it paid the rent, and I had been writing for about 7 or 8 years, and we certainly hadn't been paying any rent. I stayed in it, just kind of by default. And that's the greatest happiness, is often by default, nothing you've aimed for. Because I wanted to be a poet, and having failed in that, I had no ambition to be anything else. It's kind of freeing in a way. I believe the Abbey has had some emails from Offaly, where there is a Ballycumber townland. Is this about, well, I mean, it is as much about that Ballycumber as any Ballycumber I know of. But essentially, you cannot go to Ballycumber, and the people in the play, you cannot find them in Ballycumber, but you can find them in your strange national home place called the Abbey. All over Ireland there's been a spate of young chaps taking their own lives. It's not just young men, but it's mostly young men. And just so happened, in the deepest tragic way you can imagine, the young girl near us died of cancer, and the question is posed. Why is it that on one side of the world, or one side of the townland, a person takes their own life, and on the other side there's a person struggling for that life? And what is that? And that's the question. And there actually probably isn't an answer to it. The way plays happen is you are alive in the world. You may be a father. You may see distressful events occur to other people. And then you may want to map out the nature of that response to tragedy. And then you have a play.